people out there working on the telephone poles. So, yeah. Currently, I am on Main Street next to the, I forget what that church is, and near the Silas Wright House, but more importantly than that, I don't know what's more important than that, actually, but I'll find something. Think of something that's more important than that. Like this mailbox. First I'm gonna run around the island, then I'm gonna do a little hunt for artifacts and that kind of stuff. Just kind of look around. I'm thinking I should probably check the back deer trails on the island. Already I found something. Let's see. Can I identify it? Shingling for a roof. Surprisingly, it's not been washed away. Well, this is probably the highest point on the island, so I guess it's not really that. Some more shingling. Looking for more artifacts back in here. Like a stake driven into a tree. That was probably used to keep something balanced. This tree is probably several hundred, or probably about 150 to 180 years old. Dates back to about probably actually about 250 years old, based on that stake. So that corresponds to about the right time period. The stone from a building, probably one of the ones that wasn't washed away. That was probably from one of the mills, like that turned wood into timber for Canton, or one of the buildings that just housed men that kept the logs unjammed. This, which I'm not exactly sure what it is, I think it's piping of some sort. It could be sewer pipage, so I'm not exactly going to touch it. So, yeah. But it is quite cool to find artifacts here on the island, still. Or at least the ones that have been washed away by the floods back when the dam was still. Ooh, and what's this? Old cap. Dug down a little bit, found a piece of glass. I don't know exactly what building was here. Probably a mill. Probably the same mill as that stone that I found over there. And probably used, probably washed log, or probably kept, this was probably their channel for this is the fish channel down here, I think. Strip of metal right here. I'm not exactly sure what that's to, probably more roofing lying right down there. Probably the old style bricks. What they did is they cemented in clay, which they called bricks. Somewhat similar, only they used pretty much 90% cement and 20% clay instead of, like, we use the opposite. I'm gonna hike out of here, but hike out of here using this channel. Ooh, there's I'd say that's a gutter, an old gutter that's probably ran down into here. More bricks, the mill, piping, cornerstones, cut bricks, mosquito, don't know if you can see them, and yeah, all from the mill, or mills around this island. Bricks, something rather interesting. Part of a plate, probably like 100 and probably like from 1860 or something like that. Very old plate, at least part of one. I'm gonna leave it here for somebody else to find. Or it could be a different plate altogether, and it could just be part of the dining room. So yeah. Right there's a large piece of cornerstone. Let me get a better view of it. That's probably part of the foundation of the mill before it was swept down into here. Or at least actually that might have been part of the mill shed. Only it's in the wrong angle, so actually I don't think that's in the right position. These here almost certainly aren't in the right position. Down here. So yeah. Too fancy to be piping, so I think it's pottery. So that was probably in one of the buildings before it collapsed due to a flood. Now I'm over on you gotta forget the name of the street. It's the next to Bird Street. I'm gonna head towards City Canton just a second. So yeah. I've come up with a theory of why there are deer in certain places along this road that come out of certain places frequently. Because of this barbed wire fence, they have to come out like 2 or 3 certain places where the fence is broken, like that spot there. So they can't really, like this little area here they can get out of, but they can't really get past the fence like along here, making it almost impossible for the deer to get out wherever they want, making them run into oncoming traffic. Flying Slowbro, will you take the abandoned road? And of course, I will take the road less traveled. In this case, quite literally. So yes, I will take the abandoned road because it goes right, because it was kind of unfinished. 3 possible theories about that road. Theory number 1, it was just for the power lines. Theory number 2, it was a road with just one house on it, as there's evidence of a driveway. Theory number 3, it was the original road for this road. Sorry to bore you with that information. An informational video today. Sorry about that. Nothing got on video, but that was a groundhog. Thing that I've discovered, probably actually probably not really anything, just kind of a pull in the kind of do a U-turn on the road here. There's the odd looking street cleaner thing turning into Price Chopper. I'm keeping up with it. Trails is a mountain bike. This bike, or the dirt road to get to the path, and I might as well keep this recording for a minute until I get to the path. Bro, what's the best view? Is this the best view? Or is that too shaky? I think this is the best view, right? Like right here. But it doesn't give me a very good grip because technically I'm not having my hand on my handlebar right when I do this. Please forgive this if this is a little bit shaky, but I'm gonna head down here on the bike. Now my rear brakes on this bike is the front ones. So I'm using the front ones while holding it with the hand that was normally the rear ones. So this here is a trail that not exactly sure how muddy it's going to be, but the first part is covered in wood chips, so I should be fine. Really haven't much of a problem so far, but I'm gonna need to run up for this. See that? That's a rut. A big rut that was caused by a stream that ran around the pipe. I'm gonna need to run up for Starting the run up at the bottom here. Gonna go up there and I'll tell you at the top what the results are. Because I'm gonna need both hands. Run up got me enough speed to get me over the first stream, but not enough speed to keep me going. So I just hope I could crawl over this one. Let's see. Yep, I can. I can crawl over the second. Muddy up ahead, so I'm starting recording. So, here I go. Made over the first patch. Second patch is slowing me down, but let's see, can I get it started again? I can get it started. Get it through the water. What looks to be more mud. So, This is true mountain biking is what I call it. Look. Hey. Hi. Hey. Sorry. Do you need anything? Advantages of bikes include you have the right of way, yet you also can use the road. So, and you can get around places quite quickly. So, those are the advantages of bikes. Sorry for the lack of eye contact there, I just trying to pay attention to the road. So yeah. Deer in reality are just big fluffy scaredy cats. So that's pretty much what a deer is. So yeah. We've actually had one of their encounters pretty much identical to that before. All you have to do is be gentle and quiet and somehow get yourself close to a deer. Like how I got myself close to a deer on that occasion as I came around the blind corner and I wound up having to slam on the brakes. So that's how I wound up getting close to that deer. And when you get close to the deer, they don't run. Or sometimes if you're lucky, they'll even come to you, like the first occasion I had. So yeah, that bear was a person for a second.